Hi everybody, welcome to another Carrera tutorial. I'm Krightman, and what we're going to do this time through is we're going to look at a couple little tricks with the Toon Shader. Um, Now you notice I have Victoria loaded up, and you notice that I have a cheesy little cheesy little expression put on there. Um, yeah, we're not going to focus on that too much. We're going to focus on mainly the Toon Shader and getting her set up in the scene. Now, what I like to do with my models, well, first of all, let's go ahead and go to the scene and you'll notice that the default setup it looks like this. The shadows are kind of hard and she's kind of greenish looking and all that fun stuff. Um, let's go ahead and crank this up all the way because what we want to do is we want to show as much of Victoria as we can. And you notice the shadows have softened and this is where we want to go with this. Now let's go to the camera, and since this is a portrait, let's go ahead and zoom in to about 90. That's going to flatten her out and kind of focus mainly on her. Now, I like to have my models looking at the camera in these instances right here where the head's close up. And what you can do is select both eyes, and then you can move both eyes at the same time, and kind of get that looking straight at the camera look. And you see how that works out. And you notice how after when I crank the let's go ahead and zoom in on her. There we go. Now you notice when we crank the brightness up on the in the scene, uh, you almost already have a toon effect. Now we're going to go from there. The main thing that we're going to do is we're going to start adding lines to this, which is the whole point of the toon thing, I think. Anyway, now before we jump on over there, let's go ahead and put a backdrop in there. Let's pick a map and let's see what we got there. All right, cool. Um, that's uh, that's pretty much what we want. We got a bright scene, got a bright model. Now let's jump in and mess with the toon thing. First of all, we got our scene, and let's go to our filters. Let's push plus, and there's toon part 3, and let's edit this. Now, by default, when it first starts, you notice that the lines here. This is what we got for lines, and you'll notice that it renders and then it throws the toon effect on there. Now, it looks like it was done with a magic marker. The lines are really hard and all this fun stuff. We're going to see if we can tweak that a little bit. Now, our lines are dark. Um, since we have a bright scene, we probably don't want the lines that dark, but it's all a matter of personal preference. Let's push auto update while we do this, and you notice that you can lighten the lines by just by changing the color. You can have a nice, well, it's not nice, but you can have a neon effect if you want. There's a couple of different effects you can add in here. Now, what we're going to do is shadow's fine right there. Let's go ahead and crank everything up as much as we can. Well, actually, let's mess with this side right here. Now you notice that the object, if you crank your object edge up, you notice that this is the outline of your model. This is the object edge, duh. And this is where you are going to separate your object from the rest of your scene. So you have the option to kind of crank this up if you want to. I like the lines kind of thin. I want to whenever I've rendered with this, and I don't do it, haven't messed with it very much, but when I have done it, I like keeping my edges nice and sharp. Um, and you can kind of crank this up a little bit. The distance from the edge. See how the line just kind of goes in. Uh, kind of put that in there and to sell a highlight if you want to. Um, you can kind of add a, let's go ahead and crank that. There we go. You can add this like drag all these all the way to this to the edges and get some pretty gnarly effects. But the whole thing about the toon thing is to try and downplay that it's a toon image. The best ones that I've seen, this is a personal preference, but the ones I've seen, it's kind of downplayed the toon part so much and not distracted from the image. Now, that being said, the toon effect is 100% when you go in. You don't have to have 100%. You can mess with your lines and you can mess with your lines and still get a decent effect. You notice that the brightness kind of sells the edges here. You got a bright image. It shows off the textures. You can see the hair really good, and the the lines are there's just enough line there to take it away from the rest of the image. Uh, yeah. So, um, but yeah, keep on cranking it around. Kind of tweak the highlight size a little bit. Do the shadow size. Oh, there we go. Do the shadow size. See how dark the shadows are here. Crank the shadows back. Up, up, up. Come on, baby. There we go. Sometimes with the brightness up, it'll sometimes it takes a little while. But you can have your line effect. You don't have to have a complete line effect. See, the thing the thing about doing the like with the teeth is looks like she has stuff stuck in her teeth there. You can bring the effect back a little bit and make it more natural. Something else you can do too is well, she's at 100%. But if you wanted to bring this back a little bit, should be running out of time. Um, Bring this back to about 75, 25%, 25 increments of 25 really help narrow down what you want to do with your renders. Just so you know. Bring this back down and then go back over here and then make her eyes 100%. Yeah, if I can remember where her eyes are. Blue, color, and pow. Oh, that was her lacrimal. Duh. No. It was a lot easier whenever you could just say eye white. Um, Texture map, let's go ahead and bring this up to 100%. There we go. And you notice how her eyes are nice and bright. And you can tweak it a whole lot. The whole reason of the tutorial is somebody asked what the best toon settings were. It's all a matter of preference, whatever you like to do. But for the most part, you in order to sell it, you have to take more into consideration than just it being a toon shading, being shaded with the toon shader. So anyway, that's it for this time. I'm Cripe Man, and I'll talk to you again later.